Hello, this is Nevis again, and I'm still in the TPA area, only this time I'm going to go and edit a few things and add some activities. So first thing I want to do is go and edit the topic section, which is here under Edit Section. It'll open up in a minute. Here we go, the section name. The first thing I want to do is remove the default section name, topic 30, and change it to my students. I don't need to add a summary in there. The background colour, we're going to make it red, and the font colour will make that white. Now you can either have your own colours, which you can add by putting in the RGB number or the name or a CSS valid representation. Save changes and let's see what it looks like. And there it is. So Nevis's tab is under my students. Now let's go and add some activities. So let's see, we want to add a chat. Student chat room. Display the chat sessions. Let's give them some time. So we can, at the same time every day, never delete the messages. Anyone can view past sessions. Yes. Make the chat time something a little bit more reasonable. So let's make it 1800 hours every day. Don't need to do anything else. Save and return to the course. And there's the student chat room. Going to add another activity. No category. Let's see what happens when we add this in. Grades. Sounds good. Header or footer options. Don't need that. But as you can see, there's lots that can be done. Just takes time to set up a course. It's obviously not an easy thing that can be done in a day. It takes time and concentration and planning, very effective planning. So let's go and save and see what this hangman is going to look like on our course. Okay, so one more activity and then we'll go and see what the student will have to look at. I can add Congria is like a live virtual chat room. We've added one chat room, so we don't want to add another one. What was the glossary? Let's okay, so this is a good idea. You can get your students to create their own glossary. I do this with business students a lot, and it works really, really well. So maybe that's something that I can seriously think about adding. I normally do it on Google Drive, but it would be handy to have it in the Moodle where everyone would have access to. Interactive content, let's go and have a look at that. Interactive videos, multiple choice. Okay, we've put one video thing resource in. We don't want to add too many more. The journal. This is probably a lot better. Let's try and have a look at adding a lesson in. we can make it available from tonight. Deadline, we can enable a deadline and change it to December, same time, 1 month from now. Time limit, if we want to enable time limit, we can. Flow control. Okay, so there's lots of things we can do. I don't want to bore you now doing everything here, but let's just add that in and just have a look at what. Now we'll turn editing off. So we'll have a look at what is showing up now in what was topic 30. And there it is there. So this is what the students will see. Now let's try and just open up Hangman and see what the student will see. So let's try attempting the game now. There are no words. We need to add a glossary. So it's always best to go in and I just got myself out of the TPA area. How did I do that? Let's go back into the TPA. Here we go. So it's important also to see what the students will see. So let's just go and see what the writing lesson's going to look like. We haven't done anything in it, so we may need to import questions, add a cluster, add a content page, add a question page. That's collapsed and expanded. What will it look like? Nothing yet because we haven't given it anything. So again, all these things, once you've actually added them in, the ideal would be to go back and have a look to make sure that they actually do work and are set up the way you want them to be set up. Okay, let's go back to the module. Perfect. So I'm just going to leave that in for today, but I will need to go back and delete everything, that way it won't create a mess. Oh, let's have a look at the YouTube channel, if that actually opens up. And it does open up in another page, which is great. And there's the YouTube channel. Perfect. Okay, so it did open up in another page, and that's important if you want some of the links to open up in another page. Images from around town now is going to open up on this same page. So there we go. We've got some images that the students can look at. So just let's have a look. It takes a while for them to open, I think, depending on the internet. And here are some memes produced by my students, my 5th form students, for their English language project. And that's great, can be downloaded, or we can just close it and we go back. So that's looking really good. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for listening, and this has been my TPA for Moodle Mooc 9. Thanks for listening.